Good evening. This is Jared Kramer of Scriberia Orare Est. Excuse me while I take off my glasses. I noticed when I was setting up the camera, there's a slight glare on them, and I want you to see my eyes. I'm getting there. I'm getting so much closer. I've got much more stuff in for seminary. I'm working through financial aid applications now, and I've just got one more to send in right here to Seabury. Just waiting to hear about my parish and what I'll put in there for their commitment before I send that in. So it's good to know that I'm nearing the completion of some seminary paperwork. I've also, as I posted on my blog a few days ago, turned in my briefs for my comprehensive exams and even got a response by Christopher, who is clearly on top of it when it comes to reading things I write, which is a little frightening because he's one of my more critical readers and always seems to catch things that I do and say. But he gave some good suggestions for books, one of which I'm going to check out tonight and take a look at. And now I've just got a few papers left before the semester's done. I've got to write a paper on my theology of ministry. Shouldn't be too difficult since I did a lot of work for that for the briefs. I also have to write a paper on archaeology, and what I'm writing about is about high places in the Old Testament. Bama is what they're called in Hebrew, and the role that they played in Israelite religion, particularly Israelite folk religion. Based on my initial research, I believe I'm probably going to make an argument that the Bama are viewed polemically, often in the text, and were actually a part of the folk religion of the Israelites rather than as they are often portrayed. But I don't know. I'm still doing the research, so I could, come up with some completely different paper. And then I have to write a paper for my theology of ministry in times of grief, which has to be a project sort of paper. What I'm doing is I'm emailing ministers from different denominations in Abilene and talking to them about how they deal with death. If they're there, what's their response to a death? If they could give me a sample of a prayer, if they don't use a liturgy, if they could, just write sort of an example of what sort of things they pray about when someone dies. And I'm going to analyze and discuss them and reflect on them theologically. I hope that they respond because I need to write that paper soon, and I haven't. I don't know if I'm going to get much response, but I think it'll be an interesting paper. When I finish those 3 papers, and then I'll have my oral exams on Holy Week, and then I'm going to be done with the semester. And I really want to finish these papers before I go to look at seminaries. When I look at seminaries, I want to be pretty much done with school. I want to be able to focus on seminaries and where I'm going to go. But those decisions will all be made hopefully within the next few months here. And that'll be nice to know where I'm moving to and start planning when I'm going to move, because that's all going to be a huge mess of its own. I think that's about all. Let me think. Oh, great. Now, see, I don't know if you noticed, but I record the videos live. I just sit down and talk. And so when I have to think, then it creates these moments of awkwardness where I think I perhaps should insert something that was not me sitting here going, I wonder what I should say now. I'm going to call it good for today. I've got a lot of work to do. Battlestar Galactica is an excellent TV show. Just so you know, I just started watching it, and I'm really enjoying it. It's been surprisingly very good. So, there you go. That's your bit of Jared Kramer on the media for your day. Other than that, I hope things are going well for you, and I look forward to meeting a few of you, hopefully, as I travel around the country these next few weeks. Yeah, I think that's all. Grace.
Good morning. Here is the weather forecast for today until midnight. First, the general situation. A ridge of high pressure over the Azores is moving slowly northeast and will begin to affect southwestern districts of the British Isles by late evening. The cold front now affecting southeast districts will gradually move north. Fog has developed overnight in much of England and parts of Wales. In some districts it is